welcome to my channel, Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble and I'm here with your readings for this week, the week of April the 16th through April the 22nd. So if you haven't been here before, welcome. These readings are general readings. If you would like a personal reading, the information will be in the description box below. So take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If you're returning, welcome back and thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. I would be really grateful, most appreciative if you would like my videos, share them on your social media, comment. I read every comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Also follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and those links will be below also. What else? I have a Patreon page. It's another way that you can support me. So please check out my Patreon page. That link will be below, and it's also on my YouTube channel on that page. So without further ado, let's go into, first of all, I want to talk about the astrology, what's going on with the transits this week, and it's crazy. This month is very powerful, let me put it that way. So we have a new moon on the 15th, which I talked about in Aries, which I talked about last week, but this is like really a huge kind of energy, this new moon. So we're going to feel it. It's happening at 9:57 p.m. Sunday. I'm recording this on Saturday, so it's happening at 9:57 on Sunday. We're really going to feel it. We'll feel it for all week. We really will. So now let me go to my notes. Also at the same time on Sunday, Monday, we have Mercury stationing, ready to go direct. So we're going to feel that energy. So it has to stop before it goes direct. It's been in retrograde, as you all know. At this time, we have 8 planets in cardinal signs. You know, cardinal signs are the spark, the starting of something, right? It's the beginning of something. It's about action, going forward. So this is and this new moon, it's a really good thing, time to start something. It's really good to make plans, to start something, if you've been thinking about a business, starting a business, if you've been thinking about getting a job, applying for jobs, things like that, just starting something is a really good time. Now, Chiron, the wounded healer, is at the last degrees of Pisces. It's getting ready to change signs. Now this is huge, right? Chiron is the wounded healer, and it's getting ready to move into Aries. It's going to be in Aries till the year 2027. Huge. It's a big. So the focus, listen, Pam Gregory talks about this a lot. She's an amazing astrologer. She studied all these patterns, what we call mundane astrology, which is about, you know, politics and world events. So she talks about in the last time Chiron moved into Aries was in 1968, and that was a really turbulent, revolutionary kind of year. We had Martin Luther King was assassinated. We had protests around the world, anti-protests, anti-war protests. I mean, it was a very kind of revolutionary, people standing up and telling how we feel, and we are moving into that kind of energy again, and that's very apparent with the students, for Never Again, Me Too, all that kind of revolutionary standing up to be heard, you know, the abuse of power around the world, and Pam Gregory talks about that a lot, so you might want to check her out because she goes into it in great detail, and it's fascinating, it really is. Now, so Chiron moving into Aries is about taking responsibility for our own health and wellness, and really looking at our power and you know, where we, you know, how we can change and improve. Now, on the 19th, we have the sun entering into Taurus, right? So that's another shift in energy. We've gone from this fiery get up and go to this more relaxed, grounded energy, you know, more patient, more planning and, you know, hard working and manifesting energy. On the 18th, Saturn moves retrograde. Now that will help us with patience and determination. Now these, and also on the 22nd, right, Pluto goes retrograde too. So that's taking a look at our internal power and focusing on self-sufficiency. These are slow planets, but this week we'll feel that very big shift in energy. I think we'll all feel it. It's about getting up, it's about doing things, it's about moving forward, and it's about taking action. So that's what I have to say about the astrology. I will talk about the full moon in next week's astrology report. So that's the end of the report. Thank you so much. And let's go to your reading, shall we? Hello Libra, and welcome to your reading for April the 16th through April the 22nd. And the first card that comes up for you is the Six of Cups, right? This is about childhood issues coming up for you. Sometimes it's about romanticizing the past, but I'm really getting that it's, for some of you, it's really some childhood issues that are coming up for you now. And you're looking at them and it's kind of affecting you emotionally this week, Libra. And look, this is a good time to look at it. It's a good time to look at these issues. It's time to release them, Libra. When this card comes up, it's saying, okay, look at them, connect the dots, darling, and release them and move on, because it's definitely kind of blocking you, right? So it's something that you probably know about. It's something that you're aware of, but it's not something that you've properly dealt with. And properly dealing with this is to actually feel it. Now people say, oh, I feel those things all the time. I remember, let me put it in the I remember having some issues from my childhood and being in pain all the time about those issues. And I would drink sometimes and cry, but what I wasn't doing was I was crying about the issue, but I wasn't actually going through the feelings, feeling the feelings so that I could release it. I remember someone telling me, oh, you got to feel the feelings and then you can release it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm feeling it all the time. You know, I really was. But the avoidance of it was causing me more pain. I was in fear I was afraid to look at it. And it's funny because sometimes I forget when clients come to me and they're like, oh, I don't want to burst into tears. Is this going to affect me in this way? I don't know. And I'm always surprised at the fear of not looking at these things when it's so freeing once you look at it. It's like pulling a Band-Aid off, right? It's that quick, sharp pain and then it's gone. You know, you can make sense of it because you're an adult now. It's not going to hurt you in the same way that it did as a child. It's going to make more sense going in and really exploring those feelings. You know, and clarifying it, you've got the Hermit. So I really feel that this is a time that you need to retreat from society and deal with this. I have a feeling that you really need to kind of focus on this issue, Libra, because this has been holding you back, and this is going to really help you propel into a more meaningful and productive life for you, happier. The Hermit is this scholar, and he takes a respite from society, and he goes, you know, he goes into solitude, and he stays with his books, and he learns everything he can. Well, this for you is about coming, you know, retreating, getting that solitude, you know, contemplating this childhood issue, right? You're not responsible for what happened to you, right? You're not. However, you are responsible to recover from it. You know, you want to live a fulfilled, happier life, Libra, and you can only do that when you really look at this. And it will bring balance into your life. If I remember last week, there was some imbalance going on in your readings, if I remember correctly. Now, the next card that comes up for you is the Queen of Cups. I feel that there's going to be help for you dealing with this childhood issue. I feel that, you know, it might not just be childhood. It could be just something that happened a long time ago. She helps everybody, right? The Queen of Cups, sometimes to the detriment of herself. And this could also mean that you need to take care of yourself. Don't forget to help yourself. It's like bringing your life into balance, and you're very good at that, Libra. You're all about the scales and balancing, right? So this is about helping yourself, but for some of you, it's really about getting help with your issue this week, and like guidance, counseling, you know, going to see someone who has empathy and can understand what you're going through and help you through it. And you've got the Four of Air, which indicates exhaustion. Okay, so say you're here, you're kind of taken up with this. It's behind everything. It's running, it's like software running in the background, right? It's always refreshing, and it's always going on in the background, and it affects every decision that you make. So this is important to deal with this, and that issue is exhausting you. So when the Four of Air comes up, it's saying, listen, sleep. Don't forget to take a rest. Don't forget to sleep. Don't forget to rest up. Don't overdo things. Don't overwork. Because sometimes in avoidance of this, we work really hard. We go to work and we don't stop, and we just do, right? But you're being asked to take a step back. You're being asked to not work so much and really deal with this, you know. Go and sit by the ocean, darling. You are being asked to really take care of yourself and really, I want to say rest, you know, and rest can be meditation, you know, as well. If you can clear your mind and meditate, it's ideal. Some people aren't into it. Listen, I do have that free meditation. I put it at the end of every video, so stay to the end and click on it. It's free. It's a guided meditation. It's called your Healing Heart. It's a Healing Heart Chakra meditation. It's brilliant. So try that. Now, the next card we have is the Nine of Wands. This is like, tell your truth. Stand up and tell your truth. This is about determination. Keep going, guys. This is going to get better for you. And you've got the Justice card, right? The Justice card is doing the right thing for the right reason. This is karma at play here, right? So it's important to stand up, tell your truth, do it in a very diplomatic and, and calm way, right? You can only be calm when you've had enough rest. Because, people who aren't rest and they're frazzled, their mind, you can't think clearly, you can't communicate clearly, you can't get your point across, right? So this could be something where you're defending all your hard work. Listen, you've worked really hard. It's really important to see the truth. Sometimes this can be in denial. Stand up and tell your truth, right? Stick up for yourself. Do the right thing for the right reason. This is about, you know, look, this justice, balance, you know, this is about doing things for the right reason. It's number 11. It's a very powerful number. It's a spiritual number. Be guided spiritually by every decision that you make. This is about, you know, making a decision knowing that there's a karmic value attached to it, and so you make the decision for the higher good of everyone. But don't, not at the expense of your values, right? So you have to really be honest with yourself this week. I think honesty, we lie to ourselves more than we lie to anyone else. So it's about really looking inside and looking at the situation as honestly as possible, dealing with it and releasing it with love so that you can move forward freer. Libra. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video. I love you all, and I'll see you next week. To inquire about or purchase any of Mary's services, please email mary@liveinthesolution.com.